I was very upset when I saw this the first time. He was such a sweet man, you know. I wonder how does he solve the issue with, records of his existence. I assume his compulsion does not, change his history, recorded history. I like the characterization here because in reality is that in a fascistic regime, there will always be people within it who are selfish because to be a fascist, you have to be inherently selfish. You only have to think about yourself. So it makes sense for them to always fight among themselves. At least they're honest with each other, This is the first opening credit of the season, is it not? I kind of miss it. I love the contrast of the depiction of the Aes Sedai being this, ethereal people, ethereal creatures with the power and the weave, and the reality of what of how it plays in the series. I was informed that when they're stilled, you kind of go somewhat mad, is it not? But those two do not seem to look like they're going through anything. I'm not sure why they chose these two to interrogate, the Black Aja members. Like, it does not make sense to me. So what will be the purpose of this? I wonder. Why would she say that? Let's just kill her. I assume she knows that they do not have the authority to do that. Who was that behind them? I did not notice that guy before. I wonder what will be the rent cost in Tar Valon. That would be interesting to know. See, in my novel, in my world that I'm writing, I even thought about the rent cost in the city called Desenwin. The rent cost there is around 100 something tanga. Tanga is the currency they use. I like how formal she is, the fact that she's the only person I see, is the only Aes Sedai that I see, that I've seen, who kind of kneels before someone higher than her, supposedly. The visual perception of the scene is kind of strange to me, because you always associate with this kind of architecture with dry, hot places, dry, hot regions. But Tar Valon seems to be quite wet, It was raining the first opening scene. And here it seems so, well, hot and dry. If only they could have adjusted the color to make it seem more moist.
But that you didn't fight for the seas our Red Sisters earned centuries ago with their blood and their lives, that falls squarely on you.
What did she mean by that? Was there like a struggle about for the Reds to have a representation in the hall? I wonder if they're the same caravan like the other we met in either season 1 or 2. Also, I still have to wonder, like, how did their culture got to a point where they are able to enforce their ability to not fight back, to be peaceful. So we're just gonna put rocks on top of them, not collect them in one place, which I assume would be easier. I love the fact that they're hitting on him, I mean, who wouldn't?
Absolutely not. Who are you? It's Perrin, the Aybara boy. His eyes. This is Lord Luke.
Who is Lord Luke?
Exactly.
I personally am still not clear on who the White Cloaks are. Are they like the Knights Templar? Like, what kind of influence do they have in Andor? Supposedly Andor. Why do they have boys in their camps?
You're not putting the people of the Two Rivers to the question. You've done nothing wrong. Perrin Aybara.
At least he's reasonable. Him, on the other hand, I'm not sure what is wrong with him. Matt loved those two girls. If he were here. Oh, a glass cup, mug, a glass.
Can I get a lock installed, please?
Oh, yeah, I'll bring it up with management. Can we talk?
It's interesting for that to be in a medieval setting.
I've got something left to say to you, you little prick. Do you have any idea what I gave up to protect you? Painted with chalk and sea salt. It's not just one symbol, it's two.
I was surprised by how fast they could find it,
One painted
Like-
where they died. One where they were born. Where's it from?
What in the name of the light happened here? The Grey Man attacked us.
The
What? Did you not notice we didn't mention Elaine? No.
She never wondered who stabbed him.
Relax, Nynaeve. She just hit her head. Tortuga. Nipples. Didn't want to see that.
It's just a few dresses.
I meant the future. The Blue Sister once gave me a good piece of advice. Watch which servants have been placed in your room.
Oh, a blue sister.
Why?
Because they're spies. Right?
You're seer, Min. Yes. Didn't just sit back and watch it unfold. I helped Morghese Shakan win her succession war.
Guess
I wonder by how much she helped the Queen of Andor.
Things will.
I like the fact that Min acted as if she thought, you know, she was getting in closer with her. I forgot her name again. I think it was a brilliant political move for her to, tell her that secret, knowing that Min is definitely gonna report that to the Amelin.
Very few can truly enter it. Of all the tired advice once Moraine and I are the only dreamwalkers.
She discussed the dream walking with Moraine.
Is alive.
Like, how much does Moraine know about dream walking?
You arrive in Meridian. After that, I'll teach you what I can to protect yourself.
You have to stop bringing me here.
I didn't bring you here this time. You brought me.
Why do I find that hard to believe?
I don't know what she's playing at. I wonder what her angle actually is.
This way. You think you could escape my dark oaths?
I wonder how does the oath work in this world, Specifically for the oath taken for the Dark One.
They're making it hotter.
We have not.
In the wetlands, they have so much water they lie it in tubs.
Not teach politeness at your White Tower, child.
She's so oh God.
Meridian is
Flabbergasted with that response.
clan chiefs and women.
Moraine could just use her, one power to do something about this.
Would you care to join me tonight?
Good for you, Maureen, because you already have one,
I've known you all your life. So has everyone here. You're no dark friend.
Well, here's something.
So are you, Senbu, and if you don't shut your mouth, I'll tell you what.
Look, if I turn myself in,
Well, then everyone can focus on the real problem.
the Trollocs.
What if the White Cloaks leave once they have you? Then we won't
Andor is a matriarchy, right? Does that apply here as well?
No. You'll stay.
Because it seems to me that the women here seems to have more
Defends its own.
say and more sway
Always will.
in this village council thing than the men.
Instead, we're here in the bloody Two Rivers.
What are they doing here in the Two Rivers?
Why, Lana?
Does she have like plans with the Amelin? She likes him.
You know, I've never seen someone try to turn themselves in and fail.
True.
I'm sorry, Sister. My friend Lan, it's what he...
He was played in the old town. So choose your words carefully.
what he calls his horse. It's a good name. Choose it for the hunt.
He's so
Perhaps
thick.
you should try again to turn yourself in.
Oh, Min. Poor thing.
I know this look.
She did mention that her vision always come true, right?
Men? No, men, stop.
So Matt is definitely going to die.
I know what shit is headed my way.
That sucks.
I can handle myself, thanks.
Men, you
And he looked young in that vision as well.
aren't you? Sturdy, very protective, very selfless of you.
I wouldn't be able to stand him either, Matt. I'm with you. Oh, her silhouette is so amazing.
I didn't think the Amelin heard that you were anxious to fulfill your duties highest. false dragon, Mazarum Taim, still evades us. It will take 7 women of your choosing to Zaldea to find him.
The highest cannot leave the tower. Not now. She has important work to do.
Perhaps.
I mean, it is their duty, is it not?
Tonight. Come now. She waits for you in her study to discuss the plan.
Sometimes I'm confused about how much power does the Amlin even have in commanding her, Arjas. That is what they're called, right? Arjas.
Who do you think will replace her?
Replace her?
As highest of the Red Aja. Temporarily, of course. Saldea's on the other side of the world. Unless we can afford to lose a
I'm pretty sure she orchestrated all of this.
votes and all.
You're right, sister. It appears the Red Aja is in need of a new sitter.
I wonder if she's Black Aja. She does not give up the vibe.
Wait, where are you going?
That's all.
In the middle of the night.
An oak fell on my land. I mean to make it into a bar with a door at night. And the boys will take turns keeping watch on the roof. Nothing will get close.
I wonder if we are going to end up seeing, a Kung Fu Panda style village, defense practice montage. That would be fun. It's those pupils that they do not move. It's very disturbing. When I first saw this, I had my suspicions that, the legendary warriors would, I like that, the legendary warriors would show up to protect Matt.
All right. I don't know much about swords. I think I'll put my trust in a bow or a quarterstaff. I know how to use those. Or I did at least.
For you.
I wonder if those princes even noticed Nynaeve.
I wanted to say goodbye.
Goodbye. Nynaeve, what are you talking about?
Elaine and I found something. We think we know where Leandrin's gone.
Leandrin?
Keep your
They're so nosy. I assume they are trained to be nosy, They have to be politically savvy.
I think the lady said she wanted to
It's so annoying.
have a day off.
I don't need your help.
Step back, Madge. He said step back.
Oh, I love this very much.
Or what? You're not going to take 2 of us with a stick. 2 marks
Oh, we're gonna shove them up your what?
each.
Definitely. Oh, you're the one who's gonna turn up into a fart. And a fart. You're all gonna blow into the wind. It's when the music hit, I was like, ooh la la. Chef kiss. KO. Oh, Nynaeve. She looks so happy and stunned. Back at the workshop.
They're staying.
Who owns this workshop? Seriously.
Wait. What's your real name?
you?
I
It means falcon.
see, it's the fucking pupil. It does not dilate like her. When it dilates like her, you can tell the emotions, you know. It does not seem uncanny.
We didn't want Chance to know the grey man following us.
I assume they're closing up shop for the night.
Sanchico's pretty rough. It's a good thing I'm coming. I mean, did your brothers mention what I can do with this staff? Now, I need...
Oh, Min.
From where you died to where you were born, we walked every step together. Let your soul find its way back to me.
I love how they're making the villains very complex. At least the B tier villain that she is. I'm not sure about the other. Well, what's her name? Lanfear has a very interesting story.
We're going to call the Dragon Reborn himself.
No Gideon. I love how she, you know, she does the job herself, you know. She does not rely on anybody else but herself to get the job done. Softly, softly from the shadows.